All right, we're rolling. This is test number 2. We decided to get in the airplane today and do a little test video using this new video software I'm using called MoviePro. This is my iPhone that I'm filming with. It is an iPhone 11, so nothing special. We're leveled off right now, 6,500 feet, as you can see right there on the altimeter. We're doing about 115 miles an hour, indicated airspeed. We're out in the Rainbow Valley practice area. There's no traffic. We're just monitoring the frequency and watching for other aircraft in the area as well, visually and on the map. There's somebody making a call. I don't think you guys can hear it though, because only my microphone is connected, not my headset, or not my headphones. Nice little 20-degree bank right there. I'm going to roll out on a heading of about north. It's just coming up there in a second. There we go. We'll just level our wings right here. We're leaned out about 9 gallons an hour. We're doing manifold pressure about 17 inches, 2,300-ish RPM, so kind of right in the middle of the green bands. Hottest temperature right now is 367. That's on my, let's see, oops. Still got to fly the airplane. So let's go over there so I can see, those are my EGTs. My CGTs, the CHTs, cylinder head temperatures. Looks like, yeah, pretty good temperatures. The number one's the hottest at 370, which I'm totally okay with that. I do have my cowl flaps closed, kind of a cruise setting. Not really trying to be in a hurry because I'm not going anywhere special, so yep, that's pretty cool. See, I'm about 63% horsepower. Let's go back to the hottest page. So I like running there. It kind of shows me everything and just gives me a real good indication right there on the bottom of what my hottest EGT and what my hottest CHT is. So I like that. Down here, you can see, hold on, I'm just looking around real quick. Okay, down here, fuel looks good, volts, amps. I got alternator and battery amps. Outside air temperature 69, which is 21C, which yeah, pretty close on there. And on my AB30, it's pretty close. I'm not sure which is more accurate. This has a trim feature on it, and I was kind of messing with it, trying to get it dialed in. But hey, look at that, 112. Woo-woo! 112 Adventures. Got to throw it in whenever I can. So, all right, let's see. Make another turn. Beautiful day. Pretty hot on the ground. It was at least 100, but up here 6,500 feet, 60, 70 degrees. 70, yeah. I kind of think the EI CGR30 is a little more accurate. I'm going to adjust the UAvionics AV30 when I have a chance. Try to get it dialed in. Buckeyes out to my right. Let's see if I turn around. Oh, this looks like where I go mountain biking sometime. I think that's a shooting range right there, Joe Foss, and right underneath me is Dogbone. So some pretty cool mountain biking trails down there. time to get out on my bike. I stopped playing with this airplane stuff. But how can you argue? This is pretty cool, especially Arizona summertime. It's hot down there, and it's nice and cool up here. So, yeah, this test looks like it's going pretty good. The airplane's performing nicely. A lot of work's been done. Obviously, if you've kept up with some of the videos, you know that this whole panel has been upgraded. It's almost like a new airplane, complete makeover, all the way from the lower instrument panel, the upper. Some of the instruments are original, but we got a new digital EFIS flight system, and then we got a new digital ICAS. So that's electronic engine indicating system. Sorry, I got somebody talking in my headset right now. I don't think you guys can hear it, but it's a little distracting. Cool. Let's see, those mountains over there, that's Estrella Mountains. Goodyear's over to my left. And Gila Bend is over to my right. Let's make a turn, go that way. Looks good. Oil temperature's holding steady about 188, 190. So right between 185, 190. Oil pressure's hanging right around 50, kind of right in the middle of the green. That looks good. As you can see, I've got some annunciators right there for beacon and strobe, so I know that my beacon's on and my strobe's on. And let's say I turned on my taxi and land. Those lights would come on, turn them off, and those annunciators go off. So that's kind of neat. If you look back in some of my videos, you'll see I had kind of an anomaly with some of my nav lights, and that was the annunciator that was giving me some interesting readings. Basically, my nav lights were making voltage and sending a signal to there, saying they were on even if they weren't. All right, so one last thing. I've had a few questions about the avionics in the airplane, so I'm just going to go through a quick rundown, show you guys what I have installed. Starting with the radio stack, this is a PS Engineering PMA 8000 BT, and that stands for Bluetooth. So I can connect Bluetooth straight to audio devices like, let's say, my iPad. Right below that, that's a Garmin Era 660. That's a VFR-only GPS, but it is panel-mounted for convenience. Below that, I've got two KX155s. Those are just kind of a tried and true, a little old school, but they still work, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're comm navs, and what that means is there's a comm radio, as you can see on the left, and a nav radio on the right, and they're tied to these two navigation indicators. So the top one has localizer and glide slope. The bottom one is localizer only. Working my way down below the radios, I've got my transponder, which is an Apereo Stratus, and that is an ADS-B in and out transponder. Working my way over here to my flight instruments, I've got two UAvionics AV30s, which I absolutely love. They've been nothing but a joy to work with and absolutely beautiful to fly behind. Down to the left, I've got a Mid-Continent Instruments Chronos clock, and that's also a USB. Over here on the right side, we've got two Electronics Internationals, or EI for short, CGR30s. The top is a CGR30P, the bottom is a CGR30C. Those are sold as a combo, and that is a primary instrument that replaces all the original analog factory gauges. For instance, my fuel gauges, my ammeter, my voltmeter. It's got some other stuff in there as well, like my manifold pressure gauge, my tachometer, which is giving me RPM indications. I'm going to make a turn here, get away from some of these bumps. Flew over some mountains and it just give me a little bit of turbulence. So it also gives me some other nice little features like horsepower, flight timer, tach, which is kind of like a Hobbs, and then another timer, which is an engine timer. I don't know if you can see that or if I'm losing the zoom, but basically the tach I'm using as like a Hobbs for the amount of time on the engine since overhaul, and then the engine is total airframe time. It's also got enunciators, which we've talked about before. For some of the lights, I have those tied into my enunciators. So I've also got carb temp and an outside air temp, both in Fahrenheit and Celsius. So that's kind of neat. It's also got a fuel totalizer and a fuel flow indicator, so I can keep track of my fuel usage. So right now I'm doing about 8-9 gallons an hour, and I've got about 55 gallons left on board. Down below I've got an Artex ELT, and that's just a remote switch. The ELT is in the back of the airplane. Moving to the right, I've got an iPad 5 mini. I use that for ForeFlight. And that's about it for avionics. Over here I've got a Stratus USB power point. And yeah, that's about it on the avionics side. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, guys. Please feel free to leave comments about any suggestions or questions you might have for the channel. And if you like what you see here, definitely click like and subscribe. We'll have some more stuff coming for you soon. Hopefully we'll see you guys at Oshkosh. Till then, 112 Adventures is out.